So welcome back guys. Today in this video I'm going to explain what LangChain is with examples, why it's important, how it's used and how fast you can build apps with it. So if you started learning it today, how fast you will be able to build practical apps with it. So I've made a simple diagram with this, simple presentation. Let me explain. So when you are using ChatGPT for basic purposes, for basic question answers, you ask it using a prompt, and then GPT generates a generic response from the data it has and then gives it back to you. So it might have a cutoff knowledge of 1 year back or some date. It does not have the latest data. So when you ask like a prompt something like what's the news today, so GPT goes like what the fuck are you asking? It doesn't have the context for yesterday's news. It had its knowledge cutoff 1 year back. So you can imagine like GPT has no knowledge. Let's say GPT is a super smart kid, but the problem is that it can only talk. It doesn't know who you are. It doesn't remember anything. It doesn't remember what happened 2 minutes ago, and it can't search Google, right? So here is what LangChain is all about. So LangChain is like giving this kid a notebook to remember, so it can have memory. It can giving it the Google to search, so it can search articles and blog posts to get the yesterday's news. You can give it the calculator, so it can calculate. GPT is actually just a word generator, right? It generates new words based on the previous words, so it doesn't have the context of mathematical operations. So you have to give it a calculator, an actual calculator, to help it do the calculations for you. And you can also give it an assistant, so it can do all these tasks on side by side, right? So what is LangChain? After all, LangChain is just a Python and JavaScript framework that connects your language models with real-world tools, memory, data, and logic, right? So LangChain basically helps you integrate GPT with all these functions, tools, and searches and memory, right? It remembers your questions and names. It can search Google. It can use a calculator. It can remember what you learned last time. So you can make AI agents build on these tools. So let's go on with a code example. I have run this Jupyter notebook. Let me clear this. So if you haven't seen my tutorials before, you can check out my setting up your first Jupyter notebook video, and you will get the code to set up your env key or OpenAI GPT key with as well as you can install the setup for Conda. It's actually pretty straightforward. You don't have to waste much time. These 2 lines come from my projects that I've done before, and one more line you have to add is this pip install LangChain OpenAI. So this will be the new library. Actually, you can just install the libraries that have in the environment file, and you'll be good to go. So let's run this. Let's run the code from top. This is just importing the operating system, env, and OpenAI library. Setting the env key into the OS. So by default, GPT will use our API key. Don't hardcode your API key into your Jupyter notebook and push it to Git, because people will scrape your keys and use them, and you'll be charged. You'll be billed for their requests. So after this, I have loaded the env key. Let's say API key is found and good so far. So you have to run this pip install LangChain OpenAI in your Conda environment, and then you have your LangChain agents, initialize agent, and tool class, and OpenAI class, right? So I've made this function do math. Actually, you can give charge your agent functionality to use tools, and you can define those tools yourself. So let's say I want to create an agent that is calculator, so it can do math, right? It can do math and useful for math calculations. So let's say I'm initializing an agent using the OpenAI, and tools I've given it. You can give it multiple tools. It's an array, so you can have multiple tools. I'm giving it a single tool, calculator, and that's just the description for this agent, right? And you run this agent. So basically it will ask what is 15% of 350. So this is the prompt. This is your prompt, and it will initialize this prompt to GPT, but it will also use the tool that you have provided, and the tool is do math. So here it will come. You'll get the expression, and if percentage in expression, so you just basically, so what you are doing here is just finding if it has a percentage in your string in your prompt, and if it has a percentage in your prompt, then split the prompt with the on left side and right side of this percentage symbol, and if there is off in the part right on the right side of this percentage, then get the percentages, get the number, and simply return the functionality. Like off is just a multiplication of fraction, right? So you can just multiply it with that number divided by 100 and return the expression, and you will get your result. So let's say when running this, so it has given us the answer 52.5. There is also a warning for us: LangChain deprecated, blah blah blah. LangChain agents will continue to be supported but recommended to be built with LangGraph. So I'll come to this point, LangGraph. I'll have next videos on LangGraph. Actually, LangChain is older and it will be it's supported right now, but it won't be in the future. So everything has to be done with LangGraph these days. But for now, for basic, you have to understand what LangChain is and what it does, so you can build upon this. You will further learn about LangGraph later on, but you have to learn how to execute your AI agents with LangChain first. So this is it. This is a simple AI chatbot you have that will do the calculation or do the percentages for you without actually generating a generic answer. So this is your first AI agent, simple AI agent that you can build in 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes if you have to install the libraries first, right? So we can have multiple use cases for LangChain as well. You can have AI search engines, RAG model that I've explained earlier in my videos. You can combine GPT with your own data and tools. It can have memories. You can store what the user asked and use it in different ways. You can have document chatbots. You can upload PDFs. I've also made a video on that before. You can summarize emails, automate reports, your business reports. You can automate your Excel sheets, summarize your Excel sheets. You can use APIs to fetch data from third parties. So you can have multiple use cases for this, for all the agents, right? So, and the good news is that you can actually build a simple chatbot in 1 to 2 hours if you start right now. You can learn basic LangChain tools in just 1 day or 2 days, and you can build simple projects in 1 or 2 days from the start. It's not that complex, so no need to worry. You can just dive in and learn it on the go. And in 1 week, I think you can build your own chatbots with memories, tools, and data, with your own databases and your own clients' data. So, and this is just the beginning. LangChain actually has tons of ready-made modules you can easily integrate, like Google search, vector DBs. You can remix all those templates, right? So if you're a developer, it gives you superpowers to build production AI apps. If you are a student, it teaches you how real AI works, not just chatbots. You can actual real AI agents, right? And if you are an entrepreneur, you can build AI tools that solve real problems fast. So it's like learning React for the web framework for AI agents, right? React is for front end, and LangChain is like a framework for AI agents. So now you know LangChain is just the glue between ChatGPT and the real world. Hope you make some interesting stuff with this. So my next video will be how you can build your AI assistant with LangChain in 10 minutes. I think if you have sufficient knowledge, you can try it on your own right now. You can try it yourself without watching the video, and then you can see what I do. It will be a basic video for beginners, nothing too complex. And like and subscribe, guys, for more videos so I can continue with these tutorials. And thank you for your support.